Welcome to Rotten Damians. Today we'll be discussing my demonic encounter, a true story. If you haven't checked out part 1, be sure to watch it before this part. It was 2015, on the same night. I was staring at the spot where I had just seen the entity, when suddenly, my father's car lights distracted me. I was too stunned to speak, so I just kept quiet and hopped into the car. My father wiped the sleep from his eyes and didn't say much on account of it being 3:15 a.m. He put the car into reverse, and as he was pulling out of the driveway, he quickly slammed on the brakes and hopped out of the car. I asked him, "What's going on?" To which he replied, "I just saw a shadow of a hooded figure crouching behind the car. I think someone is trying to break in." I got out of the car and we looked around the yard trying to find this person. I'm sure it's no surprise that we never found him. Once we were back in the car and on the highway, I told my father what I had seen. We decided to chalk it up to sleep deprivation and our mind playing tricks on us. A few months later, in 2016, ever since that night, things at home haven't been the same. There's a heavily depressive atmosphere. Objects go missing or misplaced, and TVs and speakers turn themselves on at all random hours of the night. This is all typical paranormal experiences. However, I wasn't ready to accept this. I told myself that I was just forgetful and that the wiring was faulty. However, unbeknownst to me at this time, my reality was about to be shattered. I got home late one evening from swimming practice. My father had dropped me off at home and then he and my sister went to the gym. I walked into the house and shouted, "Hello?" To which I heard my mother respond, "Hello," from the bedroom. I entered her room, but there was nobody there. It was empty. Confused, I shouted, "Are you in the bathroom?" Again, she responded and said, Happy with the response, I sat down in the lounge and watched The Walking Dead. But once the end credits rolled around, I realized that my mother hadn't exited the bathroom. I opened the door and to my surprise, it was empty. I didn't think anything paranormal was happening. I assumed I was too engulfed in the episode and hadn't noticed her walk by. Perhaps she had gone to the shop. Eventually, my sister and father arrived home. I asked them, "Where's Mom?" And my father nonchalantly responded, "Oh, she's on night shift." Upon hearing this, the saliva in my mouth immediately went dry and all the hairs on my arms stood up. This means I was home alone. So who was I speaking to? Like I said last week, the episodes will continue to get more intense. This was a long and scary haunting. Next week is probably the most terrifying encounter I had with this entity. So if you enjoy the series, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.